Okay, introduction to UML, second part, UML. The concept model of UML. To understand the UML, the concept model of language is needed to form, and it's required three major elements. Already we are discussing about building blocks of the UML. Next, second one, rules. Third one is common mechanisms. Second one, rules that indicate how to these building blocks makes put together. Third one, common mechanisms that applied throughout the UML. First one, the rules of UML. The UML building blocks cannot be simply thrown together in a random fashion. Like any language, UML has number of rules that specify what a well-found model should be look like. The well-found model is one that is semantically self-consistent and into harmony with all its related models. The UML divides the rules of UML into 5 categories. Each of these categories are: first one, the rules for specific to the names. Second one, the rules to specify the scope. Third one, the rules to specify the visibility. Fourth one, the rules to specific to integrity. Fifth one, the rules to specific the execution. First one, names. All the names corresponding to the UML is basic entities. Its relationships and it support the models for categorized under the specifications. Already we are discussing about the name in building blocks of the UML. Names represented by basic names represented by structural things. But the second one, the scope. The scope's significance the region where it affects to the given the name is realized. Next, third one, visibility. Visibility in this case reflects the way these names and vision and visibilities entities. The rules to specify integrity. Integrity, how the things properly and consistently related to other. Next, last one, execution. The execution refers to the process of triggering final model to develop the code based on the final model. There are the 5 rules. The models built during the development of software intends to system has to evaluated and may be used by the many stakeholders in different ways at different times. For this reason, it is common for a development team not only building models that is well formed, but also building models that are elided. Certain elements are hidden to simplify the use. Next, incomplete certain elements may be missing. Inconsistent, the integrity of models may not be guaranteed. These are the rules. And the rules, first one, name, scope, visibility, integrity, and execution. Next one, common mechanisms. There are 4 common mechanisms applied throughout the language. First one, specifications. Second one, endowments. Third one, common divisions. Fourth one, extensibility mechanisms. The first one is specifications used in UML. The specifications used in UML. The UML is more than just a graphic language. Rather than behind every part of graphic notation, there is a specification that provides textual statement of the syntax and semantics of the building. For example, the behind the class icon specifies that it provides the full set of operations, attributes, and behavior. A graphical representation means it's represented by rectangle with the 3 partitions. In first partition, you are representing the name, In the second part, you are represent the attributes. In third part, you are represent the behavior. Behavior means operations. Next, we have used graphical notation to visualize the system. We use UML specific state to state the state system details. For example, we are specifying for the student is student's details. Next one, suppose professor is state. Student is one of the use case. It is specify the use students is superclass or subclass. Suppose student is superclass or subclass. The superclass or stereotype. It is the actor or use cases. Next one. Second one is endowments. It is the endowment is textual or graphical items added to basic notation of the element. Okay. We use it to visualize the details from the element specification. Example, the basic notation of association. Association is lies, but this could be endowed with additional details such as role and multiplicity. Suppose the most important kind of endowment are notes. Notes means it is comment lines. Another one is suppose in association, just there is a association, there are different types of relations, one-to-one relation, one-to-many relation, many-to-one, many-to-many relation. To specify the relationship between, to specify the association between the two elements, we must specify the endowment. Okay. Next, for example, here transition or represent the plus hash as it represents the uh, public, private, and protect. And next one is what are the operations performed by the particular transaction is represent public, private. Next one, the common divisions. That is the common divisions, abstraction versus manifestation, classes versus object. Most UML building blocks, these kinds of class are object. Interface and implementation. Interface declares the contact and the implementation represents the constant realization. Constant realization. Constant realization. Next, same. Here, interface. Interface and implementation. Next one. Extensibility mechanisms. It is the extensibility mechanisms allows you extend the language to add the new building blocks, create new properties, and specify the new semantics and images. Suppose to add any new meaning or new value or tagged value, we are using extensible mechanisms. There are three types of extensible mechanisms. The first one is stereotype. Second one is tag values, and third one is constraints. That is, the first one is stereotype. That is, the stereotypes are used in existing model to cover the specific information about the elements. Information about the elements. This may be represented in box with a name including or box with icon, and names include in stereotype can be included in Gilman symbols. Okay, Gilman symbols. Here we are using Gilman symbol. Name overflow. It is exemption. It is represented by stereotype. Next, second O. Graphically, stereotype is represented by Gilman symbols. Alternately, you can use a new icon associated stereotype. Here, name, stereotype, name with icon, and stereotype with icon. Next, tagged values. That is, tagged values is the property of specifying the key value of pair of model elements where the keys are attributes. The extended properties of UML building blocks allows you create new information in the element specifications. Can be defined for existing elements of UML. Suppose here tagged value, here the other EGB, it is tagged value version equal to 3.2. It is represented by tag values. Next, third one is constraints. That is, the constraint means the property for specifying the semantics and conditions that to be maintained as true for model elements. The extended mechanisms for UML building allows to add new rules and modify the existing one. Example, you may want to constrain event queue class so that all the editions are done in order. Here, editions, constraints, add, remove, and flash. Thank you.